Hey everyone, so I wanted to let you all know what I've been up to lately, since not everyone might be aware. Long story short, I've been streaming a lot more in the last month and a half at this point. I checked just earlier today, and I streamed exactly 177 hours in the last 30 days. So that is quite a bit. And honestly, I mostly started doing it just kind of for myself because it's been much better for my, let's just say, overall mental health. It's kind of hard to explain why. I'm not even totally sure myself, but it's just better. Even if I can't totally explain it, it's just better. It's not the only reason, of course. I do enjoy a lot being able to talk with people live in chat. It just makes it more fun. It makes it more fun for me too, not just for you guys. And yeah, that's basically it. I started playing like whatever I felt like playing at the time. And I ended up playing a lot of Open XCOM. This wasn't like part of the plan or anything like that. It was just spontaneous for the most part. We tried a few new games, and I have a whole list of things that I would maybe consider doing at some point, and I keep adding to that list. The list is pretty long. The list is definitely pretty long. But anyway, I also got someone helping me with editing recently. Now, we still need to work out all the details and come up with some kind of like good workflow to make it work really well. But some of the recent Civ videos have been edited by him, by my editor, and I'm still editing Open XCOM myself. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the editing on the recent Civ videos, the Sunjata Keita ones, then, yeah, now you know, that was not me doing it. And hopefully we'll be able to do more of that. I do want to do more of that, especially if I'm going to continue streaming, because, yeah, I streamed basically 6 hours a day every single day for the past 30 days. Like I said earlier, it was 177 hours in the last 30 days, so you do the math. I missed 3 days, but then one of the streams was 13 hours long, so I basically only missed 2 days in the last 30 days, effectively. And like I said, I've been enjoying it a lot. I really like just being able to talk with people live. It's just not the same as YouTube comments, since YouTube comments are not live. It's just not the same. And there are a lot of fun features that can be used on stream. Anyway, I think you get the idea, right? You get the idea. Now, there are a lot of things coming up in the next 2-3 months, especially in May. There are quite a few games releasing in May, like all at the same time, that I will definitely be playing, that I'm quite looking forward to. There are just a lot of interesting strategy games coming out this year. So that's definitely a good thing, because there were some like pretty dry years in terms of good strategy games before. That certainly doesn't seem to be 2023. Hopefully they will be good. From some of the obvious upcoming ones, I will definitely be playing Age of Wonders 4. Definitely looking forward to that one. I will obviously be playing Xenonauts 2. I really enjoyed the demo. The demo was really, really good. And I had mixed feelings about the first Xenonauts game, but I really liked the second one so far. The UI was a huge improvement. The game just plays really well. So I'm looking forward to playing the whole thing. And there are quite a few other games. I don't want to like list all of them, but there are quite a few good ones coming out this year. There are some really good mods for various games that I might also try. Honestly, now that I'm streaming a lot more, I will likely be checking out a lot more things. And if I try out some game and it just ends up not being as fun, I just won't be turning that into videos. I'll move on to something else. I mean, that's one of the things I enjoy about streaming. So, okay, what else? And as always, I just wanted to say thanks to pretty much all of you. If you're listening to this, I just wanted to say thanks for still being here. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Especially after the last few years, which haven't been very good for me. And I'm not just talking about like YouTube and stuff, I'm just talking about everything. Like overall, it has not been good few years, I can tell you as much. And I'm not even referring to anything I do on the internet. I'm talking about like real life, YouTube, like, everything. It was just not a good few years. I still have like... Okay, I don't want to get into the details too much, but for example, I've been having some random health issues since November or so. It's nothing like super serious, but it definitely affects my energy levels, which you might not be able to tell too much, because I'm just trying to use all that energy, you know, for YouTube, for streaming, things like that. But oftentimes when I finish a stream or when I finish recording something, I'm just completely spent. So there's that. And other than that, let me address Civ for a moment. Now, obviously, I still enjoy Civ a lot. It's always been one of my favorite games, which is why a large percentage of my channel is built around it. But I have been feeling a little bit burned out with Civ fairly regularly lately, which is why I've been playing some other stuff recently as well. And now I will be playing the new like leader packs, updates, and things like that. But honestly, it's not just related to Civ specifically. I cannot play like one single game constantly for too long. I just get burned out. No matter how much I enjoy that one single game, I cannot just play one single game like forever. Which is why I never wanted to be a monogame channel, a channel dedicated to like just one single game and that's it. Because I know I would get burned out hard, like hard. And that's part of the reason why I also often played a ton of XCOM in the last basically 10 years. That's been a big part of the channel too. And yeah, since XCOM 3 is not coming anytime soon, I mean, it hasn't even been announced. We don't even know if it's being worked on. But even assuming it is, I wouldn't expect it until, I don't know, 2025 probably. Late 2024 in like the most optimistic scenario. Either way, it's not going to be soon. Which means I will likely end up playing more XCOM 2 and also probably a lot of open XCOM like I've been doing. And then we do have Xenonauts 2 coming out later this year. It's supposed to be available by the end of the second quarter. Hopefully that will be the case. So I will be playing a combination of all of that. There are some other tactical games coming out later this year. Hopefully at least some of them will be good. So we should be able to get our XCOM fix, so to speak. Hopefully. And yeah, what else? Now, I do plan to experiment a little bit with some ideas here on YouTube. I don't really want to mention anything specific yet because I have no idea whatsoever how that will go. Like, I have no idea which of the ideas I have I'll be able to implement and which ones I will not be able to implement. But you might see like some different things that I might experiment with a little bit. Especially now that I have someone helping me with editing. Because I can tell you, it's not easy to do all of this as one single person. I really struggle with that a lot sometimes. But regardless of that, my number one priority for like the past few months, basically, has been mostly my own mental health. I do generally feel, I would say, much better today compared to a few months ago, like half a year ago or so. It's still far from ideal, but yeah, I definitely feel much better. And like I mentioned earlier, streaming helped a lot with that. I have really been enjoying streaming, like a lot. And here's the thing, even when I try a new game that I end up not enjoying too much, Not because the game is bad necessarily, but maybe it's just not my thing, you know? I still enjoy the stream itself. Even if I'm not having too much fun, like trying out some particular game, I still enjoy streaming it. Like, that's a separate thing. And that definitely helps. Like, that helps a lot. Either way, I think you get the idea. And, I realize streams are not everyone's thing. Like, you don't have to tell me. I know. I know. It's completely understandable. Which is why, again, I do have someone who will be able to help me with editing. Now, not every stream will be turned into videos, because not every stream is meant to be turned into videos. But hopefully, over time, it will be more of them as a percentage. Because I assume it will take some time to really work out the details, come up with some good workflow, work out everything that goes into it. It's not going to happen overnight. I don't expect it to happen overnight. But hopefully it will get better over time. I think that's mostly it. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. And again, I just wanted to thank all of you for still being here. You have no idea how much I appreciate it, and how much just it helped me in the past few years especially. The past few years, again, have not been great, just like for me overall. But hopefully it will get better from here. And I know I'm a bit of a weird channel, because I'm not really like a variety channel, and I'm not really a Civ channel, or a channel dedicated to any one specific game. But this is just how I like it. This is how I like it. Even if it's not optimal for the channel itself, because let's be real, it probably isn't. I never really cared that much. I prefer to continue doing what I enjoy doing and how I enjoy doing. Yeah, I mean, I do get frustrated a bit about YouTube algorithm and all that, but I think I'm at the point where I care a lot more just about my own mental health. So I will continue doing what I feel like doing, most likely. And on streams, I'm already way past that point. I think I truly ascended to, pardon my French, not giving a fuck about things that are not worth giving a fuck about. Especially when it comes to streaming on Twitch. Maybe not so much on YouTube yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. I will probably get there. But yeah, I think that's going to be it as far as this update goes. I can't think of anything else right now. If there's anything in particular you would like to comment about, any feedback you would like to leave, feel free to do it in the comments below. If you want to drop in one of my streams, feel free to do that as well. And okay, I haven't commented on this part yet, but I have been streaming in slightly unorthodox times. And honestly, originally, when I started doing it, about a month and a half ago, as in when I started streaming in this particular time slot, I knew, or let me rephrase it, I assumed it's not going to work very well, because these are not even close to peak hours. If anything, it's the opposite of peak hours. Because I usually start around 10 a.m. Central European time. So basically 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. Obviously, that's not ideal. I know it's not ideal. A lot of people are sleeping. But this is just what works best for me personally. I mostly started doing it. I mean, I started doing it for several different reasons. Like I mentioned earlier, it's been good for my own mental health, but it also helped me maintain a healthier sleeping schedule. Because many of you probably know, especially if you hang out on my Discord, I'm absolutely terrible at maintaining a reasonable sleeping schedule. I've always been terrible at that, at least for the past 20 plus years. I was terrible at that even when I had to get up at 6:30 a.m., I was terrible at it even then. But yeah, I've always been terrible at it. And streaming regularly, starting in the morning or so European time, actually helped me maintain a healthier sleeping schedule. It actively helped me. Because obviously, I don't have to stream at that time, but it's a little bit different It's like a self-imposed thing. It's just what works for me. I can't really totally explain it. But when I know that I'm like supposed to get up in the morning, do a stream, etc., it just helps me maintain a healthier sleeping schedule. I think right now I'm basically on the longest, like normal sleep streak, probably in over a decade. Like in easily, maybe even close to 2 decades. Probably in close to 15 years easily. I would say so. Definitely in over a decade, like easily. I know for a fact this is the longest streak in over a decade. And the streaming in the morning just helped me with that. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing it. And you know, like I'm over 40, I'm not getting any younger. So I also have to think about my health a bit. At least I'm trying to do that. But yeah, okay, I think now I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So if there's anything in particular you would like to comment about, something I missed, then feel free to do it in the comments below. But just in general, I wanted to give you guys an update, like what I've been up to, what's been going on. I'm not very good at recording these channel updates. Like, I always feel like I'm talking too much or not enough. Not just about that. A lot of the time I feel like I'm talking too much or not enough. But yeah, so thanks for listening to this. And again, thank you very much for your continued support over the years. This year, my channel will hit 12 years in about like 6-7 months from now. I originally uploaded my very first video in late 2011. It was exactly the 1st of October 2011. Now, my oldest videos are not on YouTube anymore, mostly for like copyright reasons and stuff like that. But that was when I started my channel, on the 1st of October 2011. So on the 1st of October this year, it will be 12 years since I started my channel. That's a lot of years. That's a pretty huge chunk of my life. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. So again, thanks to all of you. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.